everybody, Coach B, NXGTV, and today's question, progression from white to blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Great question. I want to go ahead and preface this by saying I am only speaking in regards to myself as a coach and the expectations of NXG Combat Sports. Every gym or every coach kind of has their own mental algorithm of what they're looking for. Quite common for it to be relatively similar, but again, I'm speaking only for myself as a coach and for NXG Combat Sports as a team. So, progression from white to blue belt. 4 different categories that I'm generally taking into consideration. The first is technical, of course. So, what is your understanding of the main or primary positions in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? And by primary positions, I mean guard, side control, mount, half guard, right? Don't care when we're speaking white to blue belt progression. I'm not necessarily looking for a student to be skilled in K-guard or transitions from butter half to X guard, if any of these things mean something to you, right? 4 main positions, dominant and non-dominant, or top and bottom position, and your ability to affect a couple of go-to techniques from each position. So, I view the positions as questions. What am I trying to accomplish from this position? Should I be attacking from here, or should I be escaping from here? So, do you have 2 technical answers to each question or each position? So, if you're in mount, do you have 2 submissions? If you're in guard bottom, do you have 2 submissions and 2 sweeps? Side control bottom, do you have 2 escapes? Etc., right? So, how well you can navigate through those dominant, non-dominant variations of the primary positions and your ability to affect a couple of techniques from each with some consistency. Now, second, what type of training partner are you? Right? So martial arts is like an individual sport. It's a personal kind of thing where it's your job to grow and improve, but it requires a team around you to harden you, right? So they say iron sharpens iron, and we need our teammates to do that. So do you take, but never give back? Or are you a good training partner that wants to see the people around you grow and improve and understands that the better everyone becomes, the higher it will elevate you and your skill and ability as well, right? So, technical ability. What kind of training partner are you? Third, your general character. Are you a decent person? And this kind of plays into what type of training partner you are, right? But who you are as a person. I don't have to agree with your politics. I don't have to agree with your religious beliefs. But are you just a genuinely okay person? Or are you a wretched and horrible individual? If you are a wretched and horrible individual, hopefully you have been purged from the program already. But this is important because unlike a lot of martial arts, you're not receiving a certification from some organization or association or affiliation in another country via some kind of email process. An individual is putting their name on that rank and tying that belt on you, right? So if you travel to someone else's gym or you get out into the greater world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, people don't care and ask about your affiliations via federations and global entities. They want to know what gym you train at, what coach tied that belt on you, and what lineage or what affiliation of coaching pedigree you come from, right? So it's a very personal thing. So I don't want anybody carrying my name around that's not a decent human being. 4 is very unique in that it is so individual, but I want to see a student overcome something, right? So white to blue belt is a major portion of your jiu-jitsu journey, and I want to see someone overcome something personally. Maybe you were a timid individual when you arrived. I'd like to see that you are out, active, rolling, being assertive, not being passive. That's growth, right? Maybe you came into the gym as a D1 football player and you're a natural athlete, physically strong and can impart your will on others just via totality of your athleticism, right? It's great. Maybe you're tapping people and you're winning, but are you exhibiting growth in jiu-jitsu, right? So if you're a really big guy, if you're a really athletic person, I want to see that you are able to set aside, at least in the micro, some of the athleticism to actually learn and develop the technique and that precision. Of course, we're going to use that physicality and athleticism as a force multiplier, but I want to see that you can not be solely dependent on that to actually be able to develop jiu-jitsu and some of the pliability and leverage base that makes jiu-jitsu what it is. Maybe you were scared to death to compete and you finally went out there. Maybe you are turbo competitive and deal poorly with loss, and you kind of get over that. So I want to see you overcome some hurdle in your journey on the mats. So technical, I want you to have 2 answers for each position, dominant and non-dominant, and I want you to be able to navigate through those positions well. 2, what type of training partner are you and how do you contribute to the culture and the landscape inside your gym? 3, are you a decent human being? 4, I want to see you have overcome something. Now, if you're a member of NXG Combat Sports and you have questions specific to you, feel free and hit me up. Anybody with questions, period, drop them in the comments below and we'll be more than happy to shoot a video in response to them. Last but not least, I want you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and like our video. Look forward to seeing you back soon. I'm Coach B, NXGTV.